Hi, everyone. It's Rochelle. And today we are going to learn about something that is really important. So, we're going to talk about some safety rules, some ways that you can stay safe. I have a song for us to listen to, and I'm going to show you the pictures during the song, and then afterwards we'll talk about it. Are you ready? Do you have on your listening ears? Get them on so you're ready.
Get to know your safety rules, safety rules, safety rules. Get to know your safety rules to keep you safe and sound. There's a safety rule for guns, rule for guns, rule for guns. Never, 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 never touch a gun. There's a safety rule for fire, rule for fire, rule for fire. Never, 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 never play with fire. There's a safety rule for streets, rule for streets, rule for streets. Hold a bigger person's hand when you cross the street. There's a safety rule for cars, rule for cars, rule for cars. Always put your seatbelt on and ride in a booster seat. There's a safety rule for wheels, rule for wheels, rule for wheels. Always put your helmet on when you ride on wheels. There's a safety rule for sharps, rule for sharps, rule for sharps. Get a bigger person's help before you use sharp tools. There's a safety rule for dogs, rule for dogs, rule for dogs. Ask a bigger person first before you pet a dog. There's a safety rule for water, rule for water, rule for water. Have a bigger person watch when you go in water. Get to know your safety rules, safety rules, safety rules. Get to know these safety rules to keep you safe and sound.
Okay, do you got them? So let's review and talk about what some of the safety rules were. So the first one was there's a safety rule about guns. So the first one is never touch a gun. Can you remember that? So I'm going to ask you some questions to think about. Is it safe to look at a book? Yes. Is it safe to eat your lunch? Yes. Is it safe to touch a gun? No. And what do you think you should do if, let's say, you were playing somewhere and you saw a gun? Do you think you should touch it? No, you could say that with me. No, that's not safe. But you should go tell a bigger person or a grown up. Okay, the next one. There's a safety rule about fire. Is fire safe to touch? No. You could say it with me. Never play with fire. That's not safe. What about if your grown up has a candle burning at your house? Is it okay to play with it or touch it? Do you see her hand? She's saying, no, that's not safe. Okay, what's next? There's a safety rule about streets. So, is it safe to go run in the street? No. What about if your ball or your favorite toy bounces out into the street? Should you go get it? No, you should go ask your grown-up. So, this is what you do is you stop and you look both ways and you hold a big person's hand and you walk together when it's safe. Okay, there's a safety rule about cars. Can you remember what it is? The safety rule is when you are in a car, you should sit in your booster seat and always wear your seatbelt. Can you remember that? If for some reason your grown-up forgets to buckle up your seatbelt, you should tell him, stop, I need to be safe. I need to wear my seatbelt. Got it? Okay, the next one is there's a safety rule about wheels. Here's the picture. It says, wear a helmet when you ride on wheels. So if you've been to our school before, you know that everybody has a helmet. And what about when you're riding something like a scooter? Does a scooter have wheels? Yeah. So you should try to wear your helmet when you ride a scooter too. This could be a fun job for you to do is next time you have out your journal, draw a picture of yourself on some wheels like a bike or a scooter or a skateboard, but don't forget to draw your helmet. Okay, the next safety rule has to do with sharp things, sharp tools. What's the rule? It says, get a bigger person's help before using a sharp tool. Because cooking is really fun and it's so special to be able to help, but you should always have a grown-up help you. So, let me ask you a question. Is it safe to get a knife and cut up an apple? You could put up your hand and say, no, that's not safe. What about when you're using a tool to cut up some Play-Doh? Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. What about when a grown-up is helping you cut up a bagel? Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. Just like this picture, he has a grown-up helping him cut his sandwich. Okay, the next safety rule is about dogs. Can you remember? It says, ask a big person in charge before you pet a dog. I wonder why. Why do you think? It could be because we don't know for sure if a dog is friendly or not. So it's always a good idea to ask their owner. Got it? Okay, last one. There's a safety rule about water. And it says, have a big person watch you when you go in the water. This is an important rule. Do you see how she has someone watching her as she's playing in a swimming pool? That is her being so safe. Okay, let me ask you a question. Is it safe to play in a pool in your backyard when your babysitter is watching you? Yes, somebody is watching you, so that is safe. Is it safe to fill up your bathtub and play in it when nobody is there? No. You could think. Is this safe? No, because nobody is there to watch, even in a bathtub. What about, should you go and jump in a lake while you're camping when you're all by yourself? No, you could say, stop. This isn't safe. Stop. Okay, I hope that you will watch this video and see if you can remember all the safety rules. And what can you do when something doesn't feel safe? What could you say? You could say, stop, that's not safe. Or you can think. Does this break a rule? And if it does, that means you should stop and go tell a bigger person or a grown up. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.